got inducted to the Blues Hall of Fame, and so that right there alone made me feel awesome, and it's a long time waiting.
Did you ever meet like Othar and any of those guys?
Mr. Othar Turner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Mr. Othar Turner, Miss Jessamine Hip Hill, I played with all those cats, just growing up as a kid. My big daddy would take us to the picnics, Mr. Othar Turner picnics all the time, and I would play the snare a little bit, when the snare player wasn't, there or late or something, I would play the snare or the big drum. So I always, that music always been in my life.
Is there anybody up there now doing the fife or anything? Or is that pretty much gone?
Well, no. Mr. Othar Turner's daughter, Sade Turner, she's keeping it alive, man. She's really great. She's doing the fife, and sometimes she'll play a little bit on the keyboard. And she kind of getting better and better on the keyboard as well. But yeah, she's definitely keeping it alive, man. Definitely.
Taking you down to the crossroads. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Hiya! You're listening to Blues America. I'm Drew Verbis, and I'm sitting down with the famed blues drummer, Cedric Burnside. Hey, Ced, thank you for carrying on the Burnside legacy. So now what's next in life?
Hill Country Blues will always be, my life. That's pretty much all I know. I can play other music. I have played other music with other people. But when I write my own music, it's gonna have that hill country feel. It's gonna have that hill country energy. Because to me, just being around Big Daddy my whole life, he was just like my father. I stayed with him from age 6 years old until I was old enough to move out the house on my own. Yeah. And so, people tell me sometimes, man, you sound just like your granddad. You look just like your granddad. Yeah. And that very well might be so. I might walk like him, but when you're around somebody your whole life, you tend to sound like him. You tend to walk like him,
I just remember he had the funniest jokes all the time,
Yes, he did.
Do you remember all the jokes that he used to? No,
I can't remember all of them, but every now and then I tell a few of them.
So tell us about your concerts. What should the fans expect to hear?
Well, expect a lot of energy, really hard-hitting, hypnotic sound and beat, and we just gonna bring it. What you see is what you get. Our music is very raw. We grew up in the juke joints.
Yep.
And sometimes you might come to the juke joint and you might hear the drums taped up, sound like a cardboard box, but they really be a set of drums.
Yeah.
So we learned from really nothing. We came from nothing, and so if we got a set of drums that sounds okay, that's good with us. If you got an amp that sounds all right, that's cool with us.
Tell me about who you're traveling with now. Who's in the band now?
My guitar player Trenton Ayers. His father was one of the original bass players for Junior Kimbrough, Soul Blues Boys. His name is Joe Ayers. And so Trent he got it in his blood too, he born and raised with it. But yeah, we've been traveling now for almost 5 years and doing a great job. We hit Europe twice this year already. And we're also going back in November. So, it's been really beautiful. I'm glad to have him aboard.
Let me ask you, you've really been doing this now professionally, definitely half your life, probably not professionally even longer. And especially being with Fat Possum and RL, I know there's some crazy stories out there. What's the funniest, craziest blues story you remember being out there on the road?
It's several. Well, it's crazy because me and Kenan Brown and my big daddy, we was on tour, and I think we was in New York, and that's what a joke on. Let me think. John Spencer Blues Explosion. You know, when my big daddy, he asked him for 40 nickels.
40 nickels.
Yeah, so we was in New York, and this guy saw our tags was from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I guess he was saying that, you know, everybody from Mississippi is dumb or something like that. So he asked my granddad for 40 nickels to buy a bag of potato chips. And he was laughing and everything. And, you know, my big daddy didn't pay him no attention. And Kenan Brown was like, what the hell are you talking about, man, you know? And so I was thinking to myself, man, what you mean 40 nickels for a bag of potato chips? And my big daddy said, he pulled out his knife, he said, man, if you don't get your ass out of my face, I'm going to kick your ass all over this place. And the guy kind of bagged up. Me and Kenan Brown, man, we laughed so hard. And that right there, man, that was the funniest thing, man, ever to me.
Come on, I need 40 nickels. I'm not talking about the big bag of potato chips.
I tell you what, if you don't get out of here and make it fast, I'm going to put my foot right in your ass.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh!
Hey! Well! Yeah!
Damn right!
Damn right. Got the blues. Blues America is endorsed by the Phoenix Blues Society. Learn how to become a member at phoenixblues.org. It's time to go back, baby. Way, way back. This is the Way, Way Back Blues.
Oh! Got the boogie in this thing. I'm going to tell you all about it. Gonna boogie for the doctor. Gonna boogie for the nurse. I'm gonna keep on a boogie until they throw me in the hearse. I got the boogie. I got the boogie. Boogie in the sea. All right, send the doctor. Yeah. Oh, doctor saying I'll get well. I might get better. Say, doctor, but you got some of that booger disease medicine. That's what I'm talking about. You say you ain't. Give me one of those penicillin then. Send that doctor on back over here. Cause I got the boogie disease. Gonna boogie for the doctor. Gonna boogie for the nurse. I'm gonna keep on a boogie until they throw me in the hearse. I got the boogie. I got the boogie. Boogie disease. I got the boogie. I got the boogie. I ain't gonna get well. Doctor, can't you help me? Oh, we done had a time. I got the boogie disease. Gonna boogie